Stardate 2250.7. Assigned to the engine room. Chief here is a bird named Scotty. It's not Lieutenant Scotty or Corporal Scotty. It's just Scotty. Like the guy is a mangy dog or something. Here, Scotty. Here, boy. I asked him what we do in the engine room, and he said, "We work miracles in here, Lord." My guess is his brain has been exposed to the old antimatter propulsion system for too long. It's fried. It's like that stringy cheese from Tolar with all the holes in it. Stardate 2251.4. Huge day today. Huge. Nurse Z and I worked out in the rec room. Twice. I think I'm in lust. Then I met this totally whacked out dude, the chief science officer, a guy named Spock. Make that Mr. Spock. Since when is Mr. a Starfleet rank? I don't know. But it shouldn't surprise me. The dude's a science officer. What can you expect? The Stegans attack us, what's he going to throw at them? An equation? His pen protector? And on top of that, the guy isn't even human. He told me, as if I couldn't guess, he's part Vulcan, and I think the other half is Xerox or frigid air. The guy is an interstellar wonk. He was talking to me for about an hour in all seriousness, and this guy is in the dictionary under serious. He was talking to me about the proper alignment of my uniform, meaning my freaking shirt, it wasn't all the way tucked in. And when I got a chance, I said, "Hey, Spocky, baby, for your own good and the good of the entire universe, you gotta lighten up." And I swear, he looked at me like I just stepped on a thorn from Lycros, like he'd just stepped on a thorn from Lycros, and he said something like, "My weight is dependent on my body mass and the specific gravity applicable to the conditions in which I presently exist. While I have no control over the force of gravitational attraction, I am scrupulous about the amount and distribution of my body mass, as are all Vulcans. The average Vulcan has a 4.3% body fat content. I exercise vigorously, although that is not obvious to you Earthlings, as Vulcan exercise is a purely mental activity. Additionally, I regulate my nutritional intake, consuming only what I need for energy and life." What can I say to that? See you around, Spork. Another dude to avoid. Stardate 2252.3. Hacked into the ship's computer. Child's play, my man. But fun and a worthy effort, too. Broke into Jimbo's personal file and turned up a rather fascinating and altogether smelly little nugget. Seems my old best running buddy from days of yore struck a deal and ratted me out back at the academy, which is how I got bounced and he saved his own badass. Aye, aye, Captain. As if. Got a new 5-year mission, all my own. Stardate 2252.5. Everyone on this ship is nuts. I mean, I seriously think this boat is some kind of ward for the so far gone they ain't coming back and ain't nobody gonna miss 'em gang. I'm beginning to think they didn't just go off into space. I'm beginning to think they were sent. This isn't a ship, it's a universal deportation chamber. I got sent to sickbay for my regular medical clearance. The doctor sees me. That McCoy guy, Dr. Uneasy Peepers, and he says he won't mention that incident the other night to the captain. Like he's holding one over on me. Like I care. I'm thinking, put it on my record, you doink. Doing nurses ought to be a field commendation, at least. Then he says, call me Bones, like we're pals now. Now, whatever you say, Bonesy. He put the tricorder on me, takes a reading, like it takes years of training to do that. A Fozar from Glag could do it in his sleep. And he tells me I'm fine, and since we're now such big pals, I say, "Hey, Bones, you talk about fine. Listen up, I could be better. You got any decent, herbals? Some intergalactic whack?" And he looks at me and says, "I'm a doctor. I'm not a 2-bit plasmoid pusher." Oh, okay, Bones. Hit the wrong button. Sorry I asked. Stardate 2252.8. feeling cooped up. Nothing to do but walk around looking busy. Not my scene. Snuck back into sick bay and shot myself up with whatever I could find. Got lucky. Some very powerful lotus blossom derivative from rebar. Just barely made it back to the engine room. Crawled up into a Jeffries tube, opened the door to the reactor core. My very own tanning bed. Not bad at all. Man, I was high. Stardate 2255.1. I was up in that tube for 2 days. My skin is purple now, but it's okay because the nurses think it's a funky look. They say I look like I'm from Cremora. Glad to be a trendsetter. Guy named Sulu found me up in the tube, probably saved my life. He's a cool dude, the helmsman and weapons officer, but no wig, you know. Jimbo hasn't rubbed off on him, not yet. He pulled me out, took me to the bridge, showed me around, then asked me if I wanted to do some combat training. I said sure. Dude strips off his shirt and starts screaming and jumping around like a flippin' Mevigan on Spink. I swear. Pulls out this sword, starts slashing and waving it around. I didn't want any part of that nasty action, so I whipped out my phaser and aced him on the spot. Unfortunately, I had it set on kill. Good thing it wasn't vaporize. Nevertheless, I called Bones and he said, "The man is dead. I can't save him. I'm a doctor. I'm not a two-bit tent evangelist." I told him what to do, and sure enough, he brought him back to life with some of that same poison I got so high on. Told you it was good stuff. Bones said, "What do you know about that?" And all Sulu said was, "Nice shot."